Welcome to ONV Respect the Game. It's good to be back. I'm your host, Coach Ayers. And then I want to introduce my panel across the board.
I'm Shalante, better known as Tay, former coach.
Bruce Stevens, former coach at New Haven and Harding High School.
Hold up, man. All y'all former coaches, y'all got fired.
I retired.
That's why we here. Let me get up off here. This y'all taboo over here.
Well, let me put it this way. I'm always going to be a coach.
Always
You're
right. You're right. Always
Yeah.
still,
Okay.
still a coach. Still a
Yes.
JJ Foster, citizen of Fort Wayne.
coach. You gotta get on here all special.
Yeah. It's good to be back. Our co-host, Coach Tay, is not here today, and wishing her hoping she having a good time.
Sound like it. Sunshine Land.
Yeah. So just wanted to give her a shout out.
She out there surfing.
So yeah, we've been talking about the NIL deals and how they trying to put the cap on and just doing some unfairness. I feel like it's unfair.
Okay. I definitely would say that I believe that it's even some of the coaches is buying into it. I feel like it seems like an unlevel playing ground for them. So of course, like if it's against you, you're gonna be biased on that side. So, how do you guys feel?
I kind of saw this coming because when they came out with the NIL deals, I don't know if they've ever had a plan.
Oh.
It was more of, hey, we got these deals now. What do we do? And whoever has the most money going to be the one,
I don't think they knew it was going to grow that big, though.
And you're right. I agree with you at that. But as it started growing, I saw this coming like,
Okay.
this may be getting out of
Snowball
hand.
effect.
Yeah. The only part I don't like about it is the fact that it's the government now sticking
They're trying to get their hands in there.
They
Exactly.
put their hands in
and
everything.
kind of controlling
When
it.
y'all say grow, what do you mean grow? What grew? Tell me what grew.
Well, I think
The amount of money.
Yeah, that's what I mean as far as
It
the
was
money.
yeah. So
The amount of money you can get grew. Like they started off, probably with lower ballpark numbers, and then they like, oh, we can get the best athletes if
I
we
still
give more.
disagree with that. The only thing happened was in college sports, people getting paid from the beginning of time.
Yeah.
So you just everybody had a bag man. So now, hey, it's legal.
Yeah.
I can give you some money, legally. So yeah, all the deal is bigger bags. My issue is, there was no rules. So you're right. So that's what I'm saying. It wasn't nothing to grow because there was never any rules. But you said it all started name, image, likeness. I sell Shalante's jersey. You're supposed to get a percent of that.
Yeah.
So now it's not just name, image, likeness. They got these collectives,
Correct.
where the school has this pot of money and they're paying people out of that. So think about it. We're turning the NIL is now just we paying players,
So
eating everybody.
Right. So and when you say the word grow, maybe not the dollar amount, but I think it's grown as far as more people are involved now
Across the board.
Okay.
Okay.
And so
More people.
which is a good thing, to be honest with you, because think about this: when you got softball players getting $1 million deals, girls softball, I think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful.
I still
So
but
to
even
put a
with
cap
that,
on it though,
yeah.
So they
but-
putting
but-
the cap on at each school. Is that
like the
correct?
20.5 mil cap,
where
they're
they
trying
where
to
they
put
can
on.
only have a total amount that they can give out.
like you
Yeah.
got in professional
Yeah.
sports.
Right,
That's what
exactly.
they wanted to level the
Yes.
playing field.
Exactly.
Like you have in professional sports.
Now, when you say
because
level,
again, you got.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Is it level
That's-
in pros?
Yeah.
Oh, well, with the cap,
yeah,
with
boy,
the
you got a
cap, with the
cap.
cap.
You
Yeah,
can't
you got
just
a
go
cap.
out there. Yeah,
or you
can't
get
just
you get
want to
punished
spend.
if you go over the cap.
Yeah.
So like right now in college, you got all them Texas schools and oil fields and everything. Hey, they got all that money.
Right.
They
Yeah.
bringing folks in, and people can't compete with that. Just like they talked about. You look at the football playoff. All those schools were from major conferences.
Right.
Yeah, and they had a bigger, like when you looked at Texas had more money than anybody.
Right.
Then you got Ohio State and Michigan. Think about this, and this is where I felt like I knew it was going to change a little bit. When you can offer a high school 18-year-old quarterback $10 million to
that
come
Michigan
play
did.
for me that has never done anything, people start looking at it like, hold on, we going to have to change some things. Now,
so was anybody laid off during that? Like, I don't understand how it's hurting people, that part.
I don't believe you.
You
I don't
said
believe
it's hurting people who can't afford the other colleges.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
The
what he
other
meant by that.
schools, that's
Okay.
been getting hurt.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
they
So-
can afford 10 million.
That go back to the sandbox days. Like it was always them better programs, them better. They had more money. Like this is just regular life, every day.
Oh well, that goes back to, you know what the golden rule is, don't you?
Speak on that.
He who has the gold rules.
But-
And so that's kind of how it got. Like the bigger schools,
Yeah.
then we can go out. Of course, it was back like before they had money.
Mm-hmm.
I used to say, man, Oregon has an advantage over everybody because you
Right.
could go to Oregon and you basically feel night. You walk in there and as a young athlete,
They
Yeah.
got 80
ooh,
sets of
I
uniforms.
get to wear that
You know,
uniform.
hey,
Like,
you that her brother at Oregon right
yeah,
now.
my brother-
so you understand?
Yeah, I definitely understand.
I
I've
used
been
to be
to
like,
campus.
man, I can wear this. Oh, that looks nice, and you're gonna get this, you know, certain things. So Oregon had an advantage in that case, and they even complained about that to a certain extent. But hey, that's the way it is.
Start your own thing.
So you think
you can't?
what kind of amount of money do you think they're going to put the cap at? Is that hard to say? Or?
You know, I'm not gonna sit here. It's gonna take smarter minds than us on this
of
panel.
course, of
But
course.
you know, to do it. But when you ask who gets hurt, here's really what people get hurt. Think about it. You got mediocre guys getting big bucks.
Yeah.
So therefore, I mean, if I can afford to pay, I can get everybody away from you. Now you not even get the second
Right.
star, the 3 stars, the 4
Hey.
star. They're picking them guys and paying them big money to be on their bench.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm over here. So, you know, before, if you get like take Ohio State, for instance, or whatnot, you know, they stack their position. Alabama, they stack their position. They kids will leave there to go somewhere else to get that playing time.
Yeah.
Now, shoot, if I could pay you just to sit on my bench, I'm gonna think twice. You know, you got kids leaving, but they're leaving getting bigger deals.
Right.
But again, those second-rate guys, they get
so
paid.
so do you go ahead?
Oh,
No, I was just
everybody
gonna say,
bumping heads here. Look.
I believe that's why I believe the portal has become so important.
Correct.
Because now it gives guys the school used to hold you hostage.
Yep.
All right.
Had to sit out.
And there was a case of a player that I know that was at a big time D1 school playing football who was going to leave. And the coach wouldn't give
Release
him,
him.
he wouldn't release him.
Yeah.
You know,
That happened.
no, I'm going to play you.
And then they play.
And then he didn't play.
Yeah. I mean, they can tell you whatever.
And
they
he
want.
just wanted to play football,
Right.
Yeah.
you know.
Or then they hit you with, I'm gonna release you, but you're gonna go to this school, that school. They're gonna tell you what school.
Tell you where you got to
Where
go.
you go.
Right.
'Cause they don't want
remember the
competition.
Big Ten. If you
You could-
left
in
in the
college.
You
Big
couldn't go
Ten,
to
you
another
had to
Big
pay
Ten.
your tuition. If you wanted
Correct.
to go,
If you
you had
want
to sit
to
out.
know.
That's so.
So let me ask you this
crazy.
question then.
Yeah.
So do you feel like this bring back our high school kids getting to go to better schools now? Because you know it's kind of hard for them.
Oh
to
yeah,
get
with all the
into
transfers.
the transfer protocol. No.
No, high school as we know it, never whole recruiting thing is gone.
Okay.
Because again, the portal ain't going nowhere. We talking NIL and the portal, they're not one and the same. It just
Yes.
makes it easier for guys that, hey, I got paid over here, I'm gonna get paid over there. It makes it easier for them to leave.
But you can only spend so much money now. I mean, when they put
If-
the
if
cap.
they put
Even
the
if they
cap
put a
on.
cap,
Cap.
but there's still a whole, it's still a whole bunch of schools out there.
Right, right,
and
right.
they still, if I can go get a kid that's played in college, a grown man versus a high school kid
Yeah.
that I don't know, he can be hit or miss. They're gonna get that grown man every
Yeah,
day.
okay.
And then
Yeah.
that thing with the JUCO is still hanging out.
And that's,
Yeah.
that's a great thing.
If that, if that goes into effect, I'm a high school kid. I'm going
Go
JUCO,
to
play them
JUCO.
2 years,
Yeah,
and then get
and
my
then
boy.
transfer.
And-
now
and
I'm
to
a
be honest
grown
with you,
man.
Bingo.
Right. And to be honest with you, that's what they
Yeah.
want. Now, hey, he's there. Oh, yeah, he ready
He
now.
already
I want
developed.
him.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I want him.
That's where they
And
shop
so,
it for
He's
their
been away
quarterbacks.
from home. He's been on a college
Right.
campus. You
Yeah.
know, you get a better sample.
Now,
So do junior college get NIL deals?
Man, NIL
Anybody
comes
can
in.
get an
NIL.
It's
Yeah.
across the
And
board.
then
Yeah.
back to, Bruce talked about the other sports getting it. Yeah, they're getting something from the collective. But the bigger thing, it goes back to the same thing I was talking about with the NIL. Stuff that you earn. Social media. You know,
Third
you're
party.
generating your own money, your
Right.
own revenue.
Okay.
So,
Right.
and that's the thing. When you see some of these softball players and stuff, yeah, they got a name for themselves. So
Right.
people paying to be a part of,
Yep.
of these kids.
yep. And,
like through Nike or the
Yeah.
you know, I
third-party
used to have, so my son ran at Purdue. All
Okay.
right. And I used to have this conversation with him. I think it was maybe his freshman and sophomore year. And sophomore year, Purdue wasn't very good in football.
They still ain't good.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
You're right. That's when they started, because the year before they went to the bowl his freshman year.
Okay.
So the sophomore year they started going down, and he was like, Dad, I can't believe
1 year.
that was a good one. Yeah. Dad, I can't believe the football players, they get this and they get that, and their record ain't this and this and that. And I said, let me tell you something. When I go into your locker room, you guys got a beautiful locker room. A lot of times he wanted to sleep in the locker room instead of in the dorm.
Right.
I said,
Right.
I see Nike stuff just laying there all the time, and you telling me, well, we're only allowed to wear it 2 times, and then they said we got to wear new stuff. I said,
He complaining about that?
yeah, I said, no, but he's complaining about the football team. I said, where do you think that's coming from?
Right.
Exactly.
That's not coming from money that's generated from the track team. Because when we go to track meets, who do you see? Me, your mom, and the other people. I said, you go to the football games. I don't care. Even with the record of 0-11, it's still
Packed.
50,000 people out there tailgating and 80,000 people walking in to watch them play.
They
And
get
the
it.
alumni people want to give them money.
Right.
So, I told him, every time you see a football player, pat him on the back and tell him, great job, man. Keep up the work.
That's right. Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, because football and basketball is the reason why you're getting what you get.
Yeah.
And so that's the same thing. I'm saying that to say with the NIL money and some of the other stuff and the portals, they're still supporting the other programs. That's why you see sometimes if those teams aren't successful, their other programs are being cut because they just don't have the money.
Cutting
Yeah.
coaches
So they
and
need,
everything.
why you think Notre Dame won't go for football? They won't go into a conference because they don't want to share the revenue.
They get all that.
They get all-
They get all of that.
Contract. Yeah.
Yes, they get all of that. So why would they do that? You know, because they don't want. What Big Ten? Ohio State wins the national championship.
Yeah.
Every
They
school
gotta
in there,
share.
every school in there gets a portion of that.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're the TV contract.
Yes.
You know, you're sharing that.
Yep.
I mean, come on. Notre Dame got a contract with NBC.
Exactly.
They own.
Right.
$1 billion contract.
Yeah. So
You know.
yeah, all their bowl revenue. Hey, and thinking on this, it's funny that we wanted to discuss this. Shaq just did an interview, and he was talking. They asked him. There's a big guy that he likes, and they said, "You gonna try to get in LSU?" He said, "No, not really." He said, "Unless he say he want to go there." Then they said, "Hey, have you been helping him out with NIL?" Shaq said, "Hell no." He said, he said, "I don't agree with NIL." He said, "I agree with folks getting paid." His idea, he said, "I would think, name, image, likeness." He said, "Say I'm a top dog. Say, Mike Ayers, your jersey is selling.
Thank you.
And you make millions." He said, Mike should get half of that money.
Yeah.
And then the other half goes to his teammates.
Yeah.
But Shaq said, "I'm not Gary writing no check to be a part of the collective to pay a bunch of mediocre guys." And you know how Shaq talk.
Yeah.
But that really is what
That
it
do
comes
make
down
sense,
to.
though.
You got
Yeah.
guys, I mean, making 800,000, averaging 4.
Hey, but is it something wrong with they setting up their future? Like they know they're not gonna play at the next level.
Shalante, what do we do prior to NIL?
I'm saying I understand that, but I'm just saying with this whole setup, now they able to prepare for their
They
future.
are.
I always say that some of these guys getting this money shouldn't be getting it because they messing it up.
Oh,
for,
yeah.
It's a setup. I mean, I'm with if you give
I'm
these
glad they're
guys
getting
that
paid,
money
though. Yeah.
with
And
some
teaching.
financial literacy,
Yeah, that part.
I'm
teaching
with
them
it. But
something.
to
That's the
Mike's
part
point,
that-
you giving guys this money, realistic expectation. Not
Yeah.
everybody gonna go pro. They're gonna be done. That
Right.
money gonna be gone. And
and you ain't
That-
doing
what
nothing.
you gonna do?
That's the thing. I think to me, what you bring up is probably the most important is that they still 18 and 19-year-old kids. They don't know what to do with that money.
Yeah.
And unless
Nobody's
they have an
structuring.
agent and you can't even always
You can't
trust
even
the
have an
agent.
agent.
No,
though.
yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
agents,
or
really
financial somebody
advisor.
to say,
Yep.
like you said, hey, this is setting them up. Well, yeah, but heck, we got NBA players who broke after 3 or 4 years.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because they ain't got
You
that
know,
piece.
'Cause they don't-
and they have that.
So
This-
once again, we're talking about
Can they make that a curriculum? This is school though. Like
this business.
okay.
You
They
know,
in-
right.
they in
that's true,
college, though.
Or you
They-
would hope that agent, you get a good agent. That's a part of it. We're gonna
Yep.
teach you
Right.
how to
Yeah.
manage this money. We're gonna,
I'm gonna
make 'em-
get you.
and-
I'm gonna
and-
get you though.
Yeah.
So you bring up a good question. I don't know the answer, so I'm just asking you guys. Because of the NIL money and the money that's in college that the athletes can get, and it used to be, hey, you get paid, you're not considered amateur anymore, but we know that's all out the window.
Right.
Are they able to have agents now?
Yeah, it's not necessarily the agent. You still, they got teams and brand. These guys are setting
Yeah.
up deals.
Yeah.
They can't have no agent though.
They
They
can't.
can't?
Quote unquote. An agent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Legally,
But
they
they
can't
got-
have
They got
agents.
handlers. Okay.
Yeah.
But they got people that help.
That's a line with it.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah.
However you want to chalk it up.
Yeah.
Right.
But here was my point. I was gonna say, you guys know this. It was, before NIL, it's stories of guys like we know the Pony Express and all that. They would get paid in the SEC.
Yes.
All these big time schools.
Yes.
And it's guys that, was getting paid that end up suing the universities because they was talking about they had the money and then they
And
was
they were
broke,
just broke,
and then
right.
they didn't get no degree and they went back there suing the university.
So that's
think
what
about that.
Ed O'Brien.
Ed O'Bannon.
O'Bannon.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
They sued about the game.
He sued the NCAA.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
NCAA. Okay.
Because they utilize his name.
Correct. On video games. On video games. I'm talking about guys that got paid under the table illegally.
right.
And they had the bags, but then they blame the university for allowing them to get paid
Got you.
illegally. And they don't have no degree, none of their
Right.
name.
man.
Right. I mean, yeah.
So when we talk about setting them up, that's basically what they were saying. Look, y'all, I ain't got no degree. Y'all gave me this money, put me on this pedestal, and then now I'm right back here in the same hood I came up from.
Right.
Yeah.
And, it's like, and you kind of like you bring up Pony Express, and Eric Dickerson. You heard the story. You know the story.
Yeah, Craig James.
Yeah.
They made more in college
Yeah.
than in the NFL.
Yeah, but
See?
and Eric Dickerson, he said Arkansas recruited him. He said, "Okay, I'll sign with y'all," and they gave him a Trans Am.
Right.
Now, you probably not familiar with
No,
Trans Am, but
not familiar.
back in our day, Trans Am was like was
the
the thing.
one.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so he got a Trans Am car.
That's what's
Then
up.
SMU came in and threw the bag at him, as they
Right,
say.
right.
And he said, "Well, if I sign with you, though, do I got to get the car back?" And the coach goes, "They gave it to you illegally. What you gonna do? Keep the car. They can't come get it."
Sure.
But here's the funny thing. I was talking to your brother Tracy. He said when he went on the recruiting visit to SMU, Dickerson had that same Trans Am.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So going back to with the smaller schools, is that going to help them build their?
No, they still gonna be the trash team.
You think
Because
so?
they want to go to the big schools with the
But-
big titles and the big names and who been the dominant program.
Yeah, but I think what Mike's trying to say is because of their cutting it off at a level. So he's saying now the smaller schools will have the same amount of money
Opportunity, yeah.
as the bigger schools. So will that help them bring in guys?
Yeah.
Because now it won't be the golden rule who has to go. Oh, I'm
Right,
going
right.
over here
Yeah.
because you got more
Yeah.
money.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean,
So they'll get some of the
Exactly.
mediocre guys.
yeah,
Correct.
yes, yes.
It'll level the playing field.
Level the
exactly.
playing field.
Yeah.
Which is what Deion Sanders was
Correct.
saying.
That's
as
what I
well.
was going to say. That's what he was hollering
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
yeah.
No
Yeah.
I said, man, these guys not in the NFL. They got a cap, right?
Yeah.
For the team. So I understand how if we getting paid for a sport, it should be some sort of team cap per that, because then at the end of the day, that's how they leveled that playing field.
I have no problem with college players getting paid. Being a former college player, and I was on the baseball side, so we didn't get the money that JJ and them got on the basketball side. But we got some things, just to put it that way.
I was gonna say,
But it was still tough. Like, hey, when we traveled, we got back late.
yeah.
And, well, they don't have it like they have now. If the cafeteria was closed, you didn't eat.
Well,
Yeah.
right. I was gonna say we did get fed,
Yeah.
but it was a certain time when you got
Yes,
fed.
if you went back at a certain time, you didn't eat.
You was
And even what was the old boy from UConn where they kind of changed the rule because he complained about, hey,
Correct.
we ain't even eating, and they national champions.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, hey, back when I was in school, if they was, they would have me maybe wash a van or do some things, and then hey, here's some money for doing that. Little things to make up for it.
Okay.
But heck,
Secret
if they was offering stuff like that, I don't know if I would have graduated from stayed at the same school if they was offering me money to go somewhere else.
yeah.
Okay.
So the thing,
You know?
the thing that we're
Sustain.
talking about as far as like we got to wait and see what the cap going to be looking like.
Mm-hmm.
So
They're saying 20.
it got to be
million.
more than 20.
That's what I'm saying. That's
It-
not enough.
That's not even enough for the one
Quarterback.
person.
Yeah. I
For
was
the
about to say,
quarterback.
man.
I was
One
gonna say,
quarterback.
especially-
Right.
yeah.
Well, I think
Ohio State
he
pay
may
more
be
than Cowboys.
grandfathered. He may be grandfathered.
I don't listen. You got that cap got to be a little higher though.
Yeah.
It got to be up in the hundreds,
And it
because
should range per sport.
and then the cap is for the whole campus,
Yeah.
for the whole
So that'd be for the whole program.
the sports program.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what we don't know for a fact.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
Right.
we
I was
just
gonna say y'all educating me because
But-
Yeah.
I just
I
But
don't
if you
know.
sign that
I don't know.
executive order, like they saying Trump was to sign some executive order to cap it right away, then that's gonna change the game.
Oh, y'all
Yeah.
just said the wrong.
Well,
Yeah, man.
Hey,
That's what I'm saying. They
that was-
always
that
trying
was
to
my-
cap us
yeah,
on something,
yeah.
man.
That was
That's
my
where it's
argument
coming
at
from.
the beginning, JJ, when I said
Yeah.
my biggest concern is that the government is
Yeah.
getting involved.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
didn't know him
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah.
asked me. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, you can't do
That
no
came out
NIL.
in the article today. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
they talked about that.
And that was
Trump
like
had- yes.
it was done in June
Yeah,
of this year.
that's when it was first brought up.
When it was-
Medicaid. Now I ain't gonna get it. Come on.
Yeah.
Hey man, if he could put a cap on that, then what is that saying about society? He put a cap on anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Well, so
So,
Lord have
this is
mercy.
not a political show. So we're gonna
Good thing I wasn't a thirsty Thursday today.
He said, man, he would have said, all right, man, back to the
I gotta go research.
oh, man.
Oh.
So we're gonna switch the gears real quick, and we're gonna give a shout out to
Mr. Antonio Cannon, the Pro Am League at the McMillan Center. I like what he's doing out there.
He went to Tech.
Yeah, he did when
I know you had I know. See alumni.
See
See how you
alumni,
went
yep,
at?
definitely.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like what he's doing. Like I said,
Yeah.
getting the guys back involved. Like some guys come from overseas and play, and
Yeah.
some guys here for the summer. Just getting everybody involved and keeping basketball alive. You know, really respecting the game. So
Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
1,000. He a good dude. He done came, got immersed in the community, been playing. Like you said, you talk about overseas guys. I mean, they got cats that's played NBA games.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you got
This is
Malik
the
Williams.
League,
Yeah,
yeah,
you got Malik Williams. You got Keon
Yeah.
Brooks. You know,
Yeah.
and then what Cruz has come
Trey,
back.
Yeah.
Trey been coming back.
Yeah.
They know
Cruz,
him.
yeah.
But also what I like, I haven't had a chance to go watch a game yet, but
Okay.
I've been following them some on Facebook.
Okay.
But to see people like
Little Jackson McGee.
yeah, Jackson McGee come
Okay.
back and play.
Yeah.
What's the Baby J that played at Wayne?
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
to see those guys
Hoop
play.
Barnes.
And heck, even some of them, I know one of my old players, Darion Brooks.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
just see some of the old guys still out there
Yeah.
playing, just to see how they can do and match up with the pros. But
keeping it competitive.
yeah.
man.
But you know what? Those guys are pros for a reason,
Yeah,
and you can tell that
it's a difference.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it helps the younger kids. Like, okay, this is what I need to do
yeah.
to get to where they're at.
I mean, honestly, it's the first. It's a pro-am.
Yeah.
They got pros. A lot of
Yep.
times you hear things had that moniker, a pro-am, but ain't nobody out
Ain't
there.
here pro.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So now they got pros, and then plus, like you said, the young guys coming back that's playing in college. You got some guys that's young that ain't went nowhere, that's still out there
Yeah.
honing their skills. I mean, remind me, back when 04, you used to have they league.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
everybody-
yeah. So
Yeah.
they like you saying they come from overseas. They're getting Europeans coming over from over there, coming to the league and playing over there too, man.
Nice.
So
All in the community.
yeah,
I love
it's
it.
in the community.
Yeah.
It's a good thing as far as like you're saying, getting our young people in the gym instead of being in the streets doing things they ain't got no business doing.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I like the marketing too. They
Yeah.
put out there, hey, the MAC League,
Yeah,
come
yeah.
over and watch it. I mean, to
Yeah.
give people something to do in the summer, want to go out see
Yeah.
some good quality basketball.
Oh, definitely.
Hey, great place.
Yep.
Shout out to him. You're right.
Yeah.
Tune in on Thursdays, guys. That's when they playing. So
Yeah.
There you go. How come you ain't in the league?
They on Tuesday. I'm gonna help her out.
the girls play on Tuesday.
They play on Tuesday for real?
Yeah,
Yeah, they play, but I thought they were trying to get
See,
the guys
that's
in
another
the
thing.
ball or
Yeah, you
something.
gotta stay
They
active,
need to
man.
promote that because I didn't know anything
You
about
know some
that.
girls. Let me know. I'll rope them in. We need.
He
need.
taught Mike Quish everything she know.
Oh.
That's who mentor Mike Quish.
Oh yeah, we gotta get.
Ani
We gotta
I
Jordan.
meant-
This
hey,
Ani, he taught all of them.
No, I did have Ani, but
You did. That's my
the
sister.
young, the young.
Oh,
I just
man. She
mentored
be
Mike
there.
Quisha on a different level. That was our coach right
Oh,
there.
okay. Man, that's interesting.
But Ani played for you also, didn't she?
Yeah, she
yeah.
did. That
yeah.
was my
She
PA.
played with me at Tech. So
Oh, yeah. And I coached way before Ani that was at Tech. That was really good. And I can't think of her name right now. When I had her at Village Woods, I just used to say, "You got the ball," and everybody else
Get
take
out the
over.
way.
Little guard. LaShant.
Ray.
yeah, I don't know.
Nah.
Let's move on.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
he's like, man, nah,
Yeah.
He's old America.
Hey, look
Hey,
at
it take me a
love,
while to
man.
remember my kid's name. All right.
Okay.
That's
You know
that.
any girls that's still playing though? Let me know. Man.
Oh, definitely.
All
That's
right.
that
Yeah.
triple OG.
For certain.
So also want to give a shout out to all the youth AAU coaches and organization
Definitely.
that's out there trying to do something positive for our community,
For the youth.
for the youth, and making sure they're doing something positive. Respect the game,
Dedicating their time.
dedicating their time,
Yes.
character skills.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of organization that's like you said, giving their time to making sure that our kids are doing something instead of doing the negative things. So,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And it's
something.
not just about them just playing basketball, like you said. There's other things that they got them involved.
Yeah.
I know you do a great job with that with your organization. I think Scott Smiley does a great
Yeah,
job
yeah,
with
yeah.
what he is. I refed a few of the. I ref some of the AAU games. And I can see the difference.
Yeah.
I can see it when they're there. And so to see some of these, I think Bryce Miles does a great job with his program
Excellent.
also.
Yeah.
And then, Always 100 has always been.
Yeah,
been
and
there,
like a lot of times we're teaching our kids now is doing community work.
Yeah.
Getting out there and working with other organizations and making a bond with them to help them understand that there's more than just sports. You got to do other things.
You're right.
That's right. And there a camp coming up, man. You gonna give a shout out to that camp?
We got a camp over at Southside High School. JJ
Nice.
Foster.
Yeah, just Foster Youth Camp.
Foster youth. When is that,
It's
Jay?
on
Next
start
Tuesday,
Monday.
I'm gonna
22nd
have
to
to
the
pop
24th.
in, man.
It used to
Okay.
be called Foster Kids. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's still
Foster
Foster
Kids.
Kids.
And Fort Wayne Community changed my name.
Oh, they said that wasn't right, man.
Oh, it's not
Foster
Foster
kid.
Kids no more?
That'll change
You
it.
hear
Youth
how it
camp.
sound,
The
though?
Foster Youth Camp.
Come
Oh,
on.
Well,
damn.
girl, sound. She got a camp older than you. That's what I had to tell them.
That's why they changed it. That's all I'm
Oh,
saying.
hey,
Foster
like I
kid.
said, hey,
Is it for the
you know,
foster kids?
It's from
No,
six.
it-
It's from
So
6:30
we
to
know
8.
that's your last name, Jay.
It's from 6:30 to 8:00 on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Yes, next week.
Okay.
Come
Tuesday,
on out, all
Wednesday,
ages. You
Thursday.
come sign up at the door.
All ages.
More than welcome. We got
Free?
actually. No, it's only like $25.
Oh, that ain't nothing.
Fort
Y'all
Wayne
come on, get out
community,
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got both sides. Girls staff gonna be there as well as the guys staff. Some of our young men will be out there, to help out. Good opportunity. We train, teach kids the game, and have a little fun with it.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's really a good time to, get to know the younger people that's going to come up into your organization as well, because that's why they get them Southside shirts.
They said you repping the South.
Hey, you scaring folks away, but hey, we
Well,
rep
shoot.
them all.
I think I'm going to sneak in the gym and steal a shirt.
We got you, Harry Carey. We got Harry Carey.
I had to support my Cubs. We #1 right now, coming after the All-Star break.
Doing their
man,
thing.
Yeah.
Hey, before we leave, we're going to go around to the panel, making sure we didn't miss something before we get out of here. So,
I'm actually good. I brought up what you brought up what I wanted to speak about. So
With me, I'm always want to talk about baseball. So I just wanted to say the All-Star game was tremendous. The home run derby was tremendous. The way they finished it, I don't know if anybody watched that. So what they did this year, instead of going to extra innings, it was 6-6. Instead of going to extra innings, which is a great thing because first of all, you don't want those pitchers pitching extra.
wearing yourself out.
What they did was they said, okay, now we're going to do a home run derby. You can choose 3 players from each team, and they get 3 swings. And it actually ended up pretty well. So American League was winning. National League brings up Kyle Schwarber. And he got 3 pitches, hit 3 home runs, and they ended up winning it. And so the National League. And so it went over pretty well. So, but I always got to rep, baseball. I got on my Shawan Dunston jersey today.
okay.
So let me ask you a question. How is there who's in front of the most wins with the National and American League?
But right now, in the American League is actually Toronto. They went ahead of the Yankees and they've got the most wins. Right now, even though the Cubs is ahead in the Central, I want to say the Dodgers may have the most wins, but I'm not,
Well, I was really
sure.
talking about the All-Star games because I know.
As far as I don't know. When
mean,
I was growing up, the National League seemed like they won all the time.
The American
but then it started changing. The American League started winning. As far as where they're at now, I can't answer that.
Yeah, because I know the National League. Because whenever you win, you get to
Be the home
field. So.
Yes. Yep. So that's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's important.
Well, then, I'm going to put my hat back on because I took my hat off. 'Cause you passed it down. I thought we was wrapping up. And you done threw it to this dude with 2 minutes left. I'm like, good dang well. This cat ain't
was a
going to be
mistake.
done in those 2
Hey,
minutes.
when he
I'm thinking he's going to hit us with like, share, subscribe. Yeah. You go off in a 15-minute story, but then you add feedback.
Oh, man.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate
Put your
that.
hat back.
I'm the one confused up here.
Hey, come on, wrap it up, JJ. Go.
First lady, what goes on up here? Give me some order over here.
Man.
And Shaq say underdog. Where we at? No, he gave a shout out for the camp. So again, we look to have some young people out there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week, 6:30, 8 o'clock. All are welcome. Also on Wednesday, we have a financial youth literacy program. Wednesday, 6 to 8 at the Fort Wayne Urban League, 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So come on out. Again, if I know it's a little conflict with the hooping, but again, if you got, it's really the older kids for the financial literacy, sixth grade to 12th grade. So again, if you have somebody, it's going to be a nice, fun family activity where we're doing some hands-on simulation. We call it a reality store, and it emulates the game of life. So bring them out, come on out. We feed folks, give them some good knowledge. Is a good time. So I'm gonna leave Mike and them. They're gonna be running the basketball camp. I'm gonna be over there at the youth literacy camp.
Teach them what to do with that NIL money, man.
Bing, bing, bing. Exactly.
Hey, because it's on its way to high school.
Hey.
It is in some states.
Yeah.
Some are up for the
some
same. They already
states, they
doing
got
it.
Yeah, it's on its way.
Yeah.
Hey, before we leave out, we always give this quote: "Always protect your mind."
Respect the game on 3. 1, 2, 3, respect the game.